The old saying, seeing is believing, can officially retire this year. Advancements in artificial intelligence have made photos and videos indistinguishable from reality at a glance. Just last week we heard about a St. Pete couple nearly scammed out of thousands of dollars after an altered photo of their missing dog showed him injured and in need of care. So how do you spot a fake? AI strategist and professor Dr. Jill Schiefelbein is here with us again. We used to look for obvious red flags like extra fingers or garbled lettering, but with these newer AI models, some of those obvious glitches are disappearing. So what are the new red flags we should be looking for?
It's amazing how much we've advanced in such a short time when it comes to AI-generated images and these technologies. So yes, garbled fingers, distorted limbs, body parts at unnatural positions, those things still can exist. So be on the lookout for those. However, we also need to look at some things in more detail. Does the focus of the image actually match the background around it? Are parts of the body slightly distorted? Is a facial expression, for example, maybe like a picture that you actually have or may have posted online, exactly the same in an image that you received? Those are definitely some flags to look out for.
Okay, and you have some examples for us. What can you show us?
I sure do. Let me share over here so you can see what I did. This is my now late, she's been gone for 4 years, cat, so no way a new photo could have emerged about her. So everybody meet Siren. And I put her into ChatGPT and said, create a photo of this cat in a vet's office after surgery, right? I know that harrowing story that we heard of last week. I figured that was on everyone's mind, so let's use a real life example here. Well, this is the image that was created.
Oh my
Pretty
goodness.
lifelike, right?
Yeah. Oh,
it is. And that happened in seconds. So there are some good sides about this. I know we'll talk about that a little bit, but let me walk everyone through because I'm big on educating here. Let's walk through how you can tell that this is AI generated. So if you're ever in a situation where, like that couple in St. Pete or in many other situations, maybe you're evaluating something on the news, I'm going to show you how to spot some different signs and then give you a tool that you can use to help. Is it okay to kind of draw on this for you guys, Haley?
Sure, go ahead.
Awesome. So if you look at this, you can see the cat's face in the real photo is almost an exact replica there. So if something is too exact, that is a red flag because the likelihood of an animal, a human, much less, having that exact same face after surgery, not so much. You can also see the coloration of her fur up here, very different than down here. So that's kind of a little discrepancy to look for, the offsets in color. The other thing, we talked about distortions. Well, her limbs look the same, but look at the plumage there. I don't know if you call it plumage on a cat or not, but I'm pretending it's plumage on a cat. Very different in shape than it is on the original photo. And then also you can see the distorted size. Her body is much larger there than it is there. And so, yes, it's easy to look at this when you see the exact photos right next to each other, but when you're in the height of an emotional situation, obviously it's a little harder.
Yeah, and initially you could see that shaved belly, and it's kind of shocking because you think, oh my gosh, they just got out of surgery. But yeah, you really have to sit with that photo and stare at it for a little while, and then you start to see the discrepancies there. But at first glance, especially if you're panicking in this situation, worried about your animal, I mean, that could absolutely get you. Beyond just using our eyes, what are some apps or tools that the average person can use to identify AI-generated photos?
The good news is they're out there. And one more note on this photo that I didn't say, you also have to look at the background context. If you were taking a photo of an animal in a veterinary hospital that was still in the surgery room, they would not be awake. So that's a context clue we also have to take in. But again, I would see, oh my God, that's my baby, and look at the scar, and emotion would override me. So if you're curious, you're looking at an image, whether you're evaluating it for truth or data, or in a situation like this, potential emotional manipulation, one of the tools that I have found here, and let me stop annotating so I can move over, is Site Engine. And of course, I needed to delete all these first. Sorry, doing this on live air is always fun. So look at this. When you have a Site Engine, I am not paid in any way by them. This is a tool that I have found that I use up to a certain amount per month. It's free for it to run through, and you put a photo in, and it gives you a report much like this. So you can actually see not only its likelihood of being AI generated, but also, if you're a geek like me, what models were most likely used to generate it.
Wow. So not only it gives you percentage, but reasons why it got that score. And I'm leaning forward to look at the picture there. But yeah, just as much as we want to learn about using these AI tools, we definitely need to get on board and find these tools that can help us, figure out fake from real. And wow, but yeah, you can see just how close those two photos are. We hear about AI-generated photos being created to deceive people, like this example, but are there good uses we should know about?
There are so many good uses, and that's what I love sharing about. I mean, think of the many uses we have in education and creating training materials, adding more accessibility, more diversity to images. I mean, all of us have probably used them in our home, like imagine this piece of furniture here, or how would this haircut look on me? Those are all examples of AI-generated images that can be used to make our human experience better.
Yeah, we are in a whole new world, and AI can be used for the vast majority of times some really wonderful things that can help us do our jobs better, or so many other things to point us in the right direction if we're searching for information. But yeah, we've got to work on our critical thinking, our critical eyes to make sure we know what we're looking at. And Dr. Jill, I appreciate you sharing your expertise with us today, and hopefully we are much more intelligent and critical thinking AI users.
Thank you, Haley.
All right, thank you. Ahead at 5:30, the partial government